Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your January reading. So let's get into it. We will see what the major theme is for this month for you. Also break it down into the top three. Then we get into your tarot and oracle. So we have the waxing gibbous moon with finalize coming up here. So something is closing out here. We have three planets turning direct, by the way, in this month: Mercury, Mars and Uranus. And it is Aquarius season from January 21st. So in the last bit, you're kind of closing out what is in your unconscious and remaining insights that you need before culmination of a cycle. Because right after that, we're coming into Pisces season, and that is going to be all about you coming out in the forefront and, being more of the star of the show for that month. So we'll get into that a little bit later when we come into your season. But the season right before that is usually about closing out certain cycles here. Finalizing something is not ending it completely, but doing everything necessary in between now and then to finish a cycle. Okay, so it's just that last little bit that remains. Okay, so the first highlight we have here with rat. Someone working against you behind your back. The second highlight is harp with great happiness. And we have basket with recognition and reward for merit. Okay, I'm really curious about the rat because the other two are like, yeah, you're successful, you're really happy. So it seems as though you don't even care about this rat thing. Although I do have to say the 12th house includes secret enemies, or that, like, enemies is a bit of a strong word. Okay, it's like no one is actually trying to bring your downfall or something, but it can feel like a mysterious thing. It can, for example, someone getting jealous and kind of cursing in their mind or something like that, who is like, oh, well, look at Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect or whatever, that sort of tone where they're not really your well-wishers, but they're not directly influencing you in any way. Those people are included in the 12th house. So it's not in your consciousness. You don't know that this person feels this way. It's a psychic attack of sorts, right? And because you are a very psychic zodiac, I think whichever way that you use to protect yourself, that would be a very good thing to have, whether you do talismans or crystals or, other cleansing things. But yeah, whenever you do have some recognition and things like that happen here, kind of, I will not say watch your back, because this is not in attack mode or anything. They're not trying to bring you down because they don't feel powerful enough to bring you down. Okay, so you're in the higher position here, but that's exactly why you need to start building more, metaphysical protections around you in whichever way that suits you here. Okay, some people, they can pray and kind of wish for the protection. Some people meditate and they imagine, a protective boundary. Some people call upon their guides and angels and so on, whatever kind of floats your boat. Okay, but either way, there is a form of protection that is needed for you in this month. Okay, so let's get into your tarot cards. Let's see what comes up. We have Page of Pentacles, which talks about having new opportunities or new sources of income kind of making themselves clear because you have been studying something, or you're kind of helping out certain students, if that fits into your scenario here. Or some people who are younger, you might be tutoring some people, or you're taking on the student role. And what you're learning here has a lot of scope for future development and growth. This can also talk about getting a small token of something. So a little promise that shows you that there's more up ahead. So if you complete one assignment, it is likely that you get a job with them, something like that. So the first thing that comes up is a token, and then you work on it, you do your thing, and before you know it, you learn a lot, and also you get a lot more opportunities out of it. We have the Hanged Man coming through, and this is about having some time to rest and recuperate. It's also about seeing things from a completely new, different perspective. It's also about old sense of reality melting away. So whatever this great happiness and reward and all of that is, it kind of changes your perspective of how you see yourself, your value, and also how much you know and how much you don't know. There can be new information or new knowledge that comes in, and that widens up your perspective and makes you excited for what you're doing next. But it's sort of a quiet sort of recognition of the things that are happening in this month for you. Because again, we're talking about the end, the finalization of certain things. It could be that long-term projects are coming to a close now, or like that particular phase is ending and now you're moving on to something else which is very different from what you've been experiencing. So even if the company is the same, or the project is the same, team is the same, whatever the case is, there is still a switch of how you operate, and the concepts that you're applying as well. What else am I getting? And yes, there is definitely an introspective, meditative, and a dreamy vibe that comes with this, because Aquarius would be in your 12th house if we go by the rising sign. And Capricorn season is as well here in the 11th house. So certain networks that you're not really familiar with, who are kind of far away, those influences could be what the rat is talking about. But we will clarify that actually. I'm really curious. I will get another deck for you. But in the 12th house, we talk about introspection and the dream state becoming very loud and clear, where we get some signs and messages. It can be random visions that we get. And again, it can be certain animals we see, or numbers, or colors, or patterns, or familiar places that we have been to, but we've never dreamt about them. Things of that sort can come in, and that can leave you feeling kind of new when you wake up. Okay, and we also have the Knight of Swords. This is very active and dynamic, quite opposite of what the Hanged Man is doing here. So I feel in terms of pace, it's a mixed month. We have a stabilizing effect with the Pentacles, but the open-mindedness of it as well. And we also have the new changed perspectives and the release and surrender and flow of the Hanged Man. But we're also being very purposeful and driven. So I feel as though the things that are being finalized out of your life, things that you are surrendering yourself to, kind of leaves you more opportunities to be excited. So the release of certain baggages, let's say, or toxicities, is helping you revitalize yourself. So this is a time for rejuvenation, and while there's still a lot of things happening in the backdrop, there is definite movement forward. And there are 3 planets moving direct: Mercury, Mars, and Uranus. They are respectively the planets of the mind, ambition, and willpower, and also about revolutions and expressing your original talents. There can be some brilliant new insights that come through when Uranus goes direct. It's the ruler of Aquarius. That would be your 12th house, and that is happening in Aquarius season. So it is definitely going to be quite a bit of a turning point. Unexpected resolutions or understanding and epiphanies can come about in that time, which helps you release old attachments to people or circumstances, and or it even corresponds to different mindsets that you have, because Aquarius being related to the mind. You're definitely very bold here, and you're very strong in this month here. Page of Pentacles can also talk about the protective boundary that you have, like you're kind of laying low in terms of your humility and so on. So even if you're getting reward and recognition, it's not like you're stepping up on stage and you're like, yes, this is what I did and I'm so great and thank you all for appreciating my greatness. It's not, you're not making it a big deal. You're taking it so naturally that it is kind of enviable. Okay, that's also one part of it. Yeah, okay, let's clarify the rat. Can we clarify the rat for Pisces, please? For the month of Jan. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be a literal person, by the way. It can be just hidden influences that kind of stop you from flourishing, or where kind of you sabotage yourself or you stop yourself. It can talk about negative self-talk as well. So let's see, what is this rat about, please? Pisces. Oh, okay. So we have the Hangman coming up. So I suppose these two are linking somehow. Can we clarify this Hangman, please? We have the Three of Pentacles, someone related to your work field. Okay, it looks like a specific person or a team. I think you will trust your intuition on this one about who it might be or what exactly this is referring to, because it's not being super duper specific. All I'm getting is that it's something related with the team that you're working in. So if you're studying, then it could be, again, someone that you're working on a project with, a classmate, someone who's quite close and is quite talented as well. The Three of Pentacles, yeah, all three of them are quite talented, and all of them deserve to succeed in their specific arena. But it can be that you are getting the recognition now. That does not mean that, you know, the others are not deserving or that they will not get their recognition. It's just that there are like different timings here, and yours is coming through now. And in that process, someone can get a little bit jealous and kind of envy your skill set. I feel your proactive attitude, your skill set, your ability to learn and soak up information, to be able to communicate with different types of people and still be very strong in, you know, what you are doing. So it looks like you have great talent and you're being recognized for that, and you're also attracting some envy, some people who are envious of that. Okay, then we have the good kind, and we have feed your artist. Okay, so some of you could be making more space for your emotional and artistic well-being, perhaps expressing in an artistic manner, or taking, let's say, swimming, or taking long showers, or writing. You know, artistry is many different things. So whatever the case is for you, you can be taking up a new hobby as well, where you're expressing yourself. The good kind, I love that for this month. All in all, you're feeling very good. I don't think this whole situation with the rat is impacting you very deeply, although it can change your perspective about this person. Yeah, I feel like there is a loss of certain attachment to this person. It could be that you think that, hey, this person is so helpful, so cooperative, so understanding, and so on. But then they also get so envious when it has nothing to do with you. Like, their success is not linked to yours in any way. And you know that, but it's as though this person does not. And you kind of, let's say, disappointed in this whenever you do find out. But it's not impacting your well-being in any way. Okay, so if you don't do the whole protection thing that I was talking about, it won't be the end of the world. But of course, it is definitely recommended when we have such circumstances. But all in all, you're feeling very good and blissful throughout this month. Curiosity is also what I'm feeling with the Page of Pentacles. Curiosity to learn something new and take your time with it. There is a feeling of savoring. So even if the things are moving fast and there is fast resolution, communication coming through, clarity coming in, and so on and so forth, you're still like, I'm going to just ground myself here and I will do what I do best. I will take my time with this thing. Okay, so you're not feeling rushed. Next we have Pareidolia, which again corresponds to that 12th house topic, actually. And we also have dream. Yeah, actually, this is what I was feeling. With this, I was going to say that dreams. So you're going to have some vivid dreams, but the dream card shows up, so that's quite redundant. But either way, I'm still going to go with that same interpretation. It looks quite dreamy. Around the time of waking, I think you will have more vivid dreams with full, kind of chock full of symbolism. The ones you see at quite specific, I must say, but I'm just going to say it. The ones you dream early in the night, midnight, where you're deep in sleep, those are likely to be a lot of silence. But around waking time, I feel we will get a lot more symbolic dreams, and those that kind of move very fast. And at first it'll be like, that does not make any sense, and it can be a little bit hard to remember if you're kind of prone to not remembering your dreams. So you're trying to kind of practice how to remember, writing down your dreams or symbolism, or like knowing what to look out for. Things like that can come up here. So in that way, if anything is I don't think so actually, but if anything is unreliable, or like you should not trust a certain person, and you're like about to confide something really grand to them and so on, then this is where you will know. So trusting your intuition, looking out for guidance, and looking at the numbers and the signs basically is really loud and clear. Whenever any zodiac, whenever they have a 12th house activity going on, it is very common that we get vivid dreams. Even if we don't remember them, when we wake up, it feels kind of woozy a lot more. It's also possible that we are feeling sleepier, or we want to be quiet and introverted. We want to kind of take stock of everything that has happened and get kind of new insights from it, because next when we move to our season, for you it would be the Pisces season, we are kind of rejuvenated and we're very clear of our direction. Okay, so that's kind of this month for you, at least towards the end. And before this point, I think you will know who your friends are, who your team is, and it can also be that you connect with a new network. The Hanged Man and the Three of Pentacles can talk about a completely new project or network that can come in, and someone in that place is kind of a little bit jealous of the privilege or the position that you're in. And again, that is not your business, because you're kind of affiliated to them or you're helping them out in some way. So you're not in direct communication with this person, so you're like, yeah, fine, be jealous or be envious, what do I care? That sort of vibe. But it's definitely a part of the month. Okay, nice to see that you're totally not bothered. The good kind and great happiness is like, yeah, you're in the mood for celebration, but you're also very humble of what has happened. You're grateful that you did the work in the past, and you're thanking your past self, you're appreciating your current self, and you're looking forward to the future. All three. Okay, let's see, what else can we see for Pisces, please, in the month of January? We have Libra, North Node, and the 9th house. Okay, so Libra is about partnerships and cooperation as well. Some one-on-one relationship. It can be romantic relationships that are something that you're focusing on more. You could be traveling somewhere far with this partner, business or romantic. It is also possible that you're talking about different diverse cultures, about philosophy, or like discovering new ideas, connecting on belief systems, and kind of discovering your worldview, and they show you a different perspective, and that's something that can cause the Hanged Man as well. They're like, I never thought of it that way, and now that I see it, I can't unsee it. So it's sort of like an old self is dying at this point, or like being put to pause, like, not now, I don't need that mentality right now, I need this, and so on. There is a sense of exploring outside of your comfort zone, but you're also very optimistic about what is happening here. What else can we get? Yin yang, good balance. So you in yourself are quite happy, and you're trying to find a very healthy and satisfying balance for yourself. Some of you, there could be scope for travel abroad or to connect with certain people abroad. It's not necessary that you move to that place, because Hanged Man is about staying where you are. There's not too much like physical movement here. So it can be that you are connecting with them online, or someone from the past that you were connected with comes back around, and they might be far away. Long distance relationships are as well likely here. So if you're in that situation, you're putting a lot more focus in that area of life. Okay, you're really focused and determined in this month. So you're just doing what feels right to you, what feels good for you, and you're flourishing and expanding. It's really, really nice. Okay. So yes, that's what I have for you, Pisceans. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. Check out your sun, moon, and rising signs in the order of the rising, the sun, and the moon regularly, and that'll give you kind of the complete picture. If you want to know what this entire year looks like for you, I've done a pick a card on 2023 already, so you can check that out. It's in the link. And also, if you want a personal reading for the entire year, I will break down month by month, and that as well, breaking down into love and relationships, career and finances, and your general well-being and spirituality, to kind of give you a comprehensive look of what the entire year is about for you personally. So if you're interested in that, there is a limited discount as well. The link is in the description box in the comment below. With that being said, I will see you some other time. Until then, take care and have a great month. Bye.